formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Follow our Twitter account at Wow Show.
It is Way of the Warrior, Eric O'Brien, along with Ken Evans and Sean Desai, UFC on Fox 4. We head back to the main network Saturday night, and joining us on the line right now, he was supposed to fight Terry Edom. Joe Lauzon gets the short straw and gets Jamie Varner. Jamie Varner is on the line with us. Jamie, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I am awesome, dude. How exciting is this UFC on Fox 4? You a late replacement for Terry Edom taking on Joe Lauzon. This is turning out to be one hell of a year for you, my friend.
You know what? I have no complaints, man. This is such a great opportunity. It has been a great year, and I'm fighting on network TV. Like, this is the biggest audience of my professional career. I mean, it's just awesome.
And you're coming off this Edson Barboza fight, and I have to see, as a fan of yours and a fan of the sport for a long, long time, it's very rare to see these moments where you literally can feel the elation, not only in the arena, but all the people that you're watching, because you see this incredible moment where you literally derail somebody that I think a lot of fans thought all he was missing was the strap. Like, he had already won the belt, and you came in there and went, Talk a little bit about that switch, because you said before you put a lot of pressure on yourself to be number one and win all of these fights, and that one you walked in with a different mindset.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a career-changing moment, and it was a beautiful moment for me, just because I had to battle so many demons. I did have a lot of struggle to fight my way back into the UFC, but it was tough, but it was never a question of my skill set. I never lacked the skills. It was always my mental game that held me back. So my outlook on fighting now is I don't fight to win. I don't fight not to lose. I fight to give it my all for 15 minutes or 25 minutes, and that's it. I mean, obviously we're in this sport to win, and winning pays, but I put so much pressure on myself to win and to look impressive and to to try and win the fans over, to make my sponsors happy, to keep my job. That's just so much pressure, and there's so many things to deal with. If I just focus on winning the next moment and just giving it 100%, I know my fighting style will take over, my talent will take over, and that's what I did. I'm just, you know what? People would ask me, so what are your predictions? I predict a good fight. People would ask me, how do you see yourself? What do you think is going to happen? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to win. I don't know if I'm going to lose. It's going to be a tough fight. I mean, everybody in this organization is good. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight a chump. Now, I've only gone after the best guys I could possibly find, and guys like Edson Barboza, now Joe Lauzon, who are arguably both top 10, top 15 competitors. So. It's just a win-win situation, man. I feel really good about it.
Jamie Varner is joining us talking about that win-win situation. UFC on Fox 4. It is Saturday night. When people say, oh my, Jamie Varner's a late replacement for this, what does that do to him? I often think a lot of times they kind of miss the boat, because to me, if I'm Joe Lauzon and I think I'm fighting Terry Edom, that's a really different fight. And then all of a sudden, I get you, who's really strong and super fast. Can you talk a little bit about what that would do more to his head than yours? Because he's got to change his whole game plan then.
Well, you gotta be quiet with that. I don't want people to know that I'm strong and fast.
There's reams of tape to prove my theory. So
yeah, I know, unfortunately, but it's. We both have the same amount of time to prepare for each other. Yes, he was already probably in good shape, but so was I. I mean, I only took about a half a week off from the Edson Barboza fight, and I started training with Jeremy Larson, who was in the Ultimate Fighter finale. Then right after that, I came back to Arizona and was helping Ben Henderson train for Frankie Edgar. So I was in shape, man, and I wanted to fight again. I wanted to get right back on that horse and kind of use this momentum to keep moving forward. But it's a tough fight. It's a tough fight for him. It's a tough fight for me. And as far as being prepared, Joe Lauzon's a professional. He's one of the top guys in the country and in the world, and definitely in the UFC. So I think it was definitely a big change for him. But according to one of his interviews, it's easier to find guys that are mostly boxers and wrestlers than it is to find those tall, lanky, unorthodox type fighters, which I can agree with. But I definitely feel like I'm the tougher fight than Terry Adam is.
I would certainly agree. Jamie Varner, UFC on Fox 4. Now, you talked with Ariel Helwani earlier this week, and you talked about the only thing that was missing with this camp was the ability to have that mental break, and that was the one thing that you were missing. Will you take a break after this fight for a little bit, or are you going to look to get right back on the horse again and get another fight in before the end of the year?
Well, now that I'm dieting and kind of going to my last part of my weight cut, I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you something different than that will actually happen. I'll tell you I'm not going to fight for 6 months. I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm going to probably be 190 pounds in about 5 days. But who knows, man? I mean, I'm an emotional person. I've done a good job of kind of controlling my emotions, but if I go out there and I get a spectacular win over this guy and another great opportunity poses itself, my job is to fight. So, I love my job and I'm good at my job. So, I would like to take a break. I have a trip planned to go out to Thailand for about a month.
Awesome.
So it's kind of like a working vacation.
Right.
I'm gonna be out of my normal routine. I'm gonna kind of get away from everything. I'll still be in shape. I'll still be in shape, getting better, working on my kickboxing skills because my boxing and wrestling skills are pretty good. So I'm gonna be working on a different aspect of my game, but also I will be getting a mental break from the fight.
Jamie, you talked a little bit about being 190 pounds in 5 days. When you're done with a fight and you have that kind of release to go eat whatever you want, what's that first thing that you look to grab?
Honestly, man, I've been craving 3 things. I always, like every fight, I want pizza. Right after the fight, I want pizza. But for some reason, I don't know if it's just every commercial, every truck that I've seen has been like Taco Bell or Oreos. So I want Taco Bell and Oreos after this fight.
You should put them together and start a new craze over at Taco Bell, the Taco Bell Oreo.
Oh man, I don't know why. And people are always like, dude, Taco Bell's gross. It's not even real meat. I don't care. It's awesome.
Jamie Varner is joining us. UFC on Fox 4. It is Saturday night. An exciting fight to kick off the main card as he takes on Joe Lauzon. It is always a pleasure to talk to you, my friend. I'm very excited to see this fight, and I wish you well this weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, man. I really appreciate the support.
Take care. And when we get back, let's break down some news. Epic Cheney, Paul Cecchini steps in with all your MMA news in his Way of the Warrior, your MMA show.